Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just bringing you a bit of a market update basically. I've not really done a video like this before. I'm not going to talk about any particular project specifically. It's just a market update for yourselves, just basically a level of reassurance, because that's what we do in this channel. We offer support, okay, for those that are a bit unfamiliar with how the market works and the ins and outs and stuff like that. So basically, I always say on this channel, okay, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you do to contribute towards the growth of CoinsKid, okay? Sharing is caring, and I really do appreciate everything that you do. You're sharing on social media, the messages, the comments, the likes, and most importantly, your subscription to YouTube, okay? And also, being a member of the Telegram group there, getting involved in the community, posting trades and anything that you can help towards the growth of the CoinsKid community there is superb. And one of the most important things is the Patreon, that people do support me in keeping these videos going and everything as well for the CoinsKid community. So it's all golden, and I want to reassure you that we are in a bull market. You will hear me saying that a lot in my videos, because we are in a bull market, and in bull markets things correct, just like they did here where Bitcoin went up, corrected, okay, went up, corrected, went up, corrected, went up, corrected. Things can't go up forever, and you do have these corrections, okay? This particular correction right here, there's various reasons why we've had this correction. One is that the miners went offline, okay, so the hash rate capitulated. Another one is that margin calls were called. People that were leveraged in long trades against Bitcoin got liquidated, hence the sell-off. But you can see we've had a lovely recovery, but now we're breaking down again and people are panicking again. So this is why I'm making the video. These things are very commonplace, okay? Look, if in doubt, zoom out. And it's something I always say to people: if in doubt, zoom out. So what we're going to do is just zoom out on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, because that's what you want to do. And sometimes you just need to zoom out, okay, and reflect and see where you are in the grand scheme of things. So basically, a lot of you involved in the low cap coins that have gone up exponentially and are starting to come down, and you're panicking. Okay, just want to reassure you that those particular projects have gone up a hell of a lot. You've got particular projects that have gone up 80x, 100x. So to expect some level of a cool off and a pullback is perfectly normal and perfectly healthy, okay? And it is to be expected, and that's why I do always say, don't buy in at the top. If you can, buy in at the bottoms. And one key indicator, okay, if you stick with this channel, this is where millionaires are made, okay, in bear markets. Because if you're buying projects that are forming bullish crosses on a weekly time frame, okay, on a weekly time frame, that's where millionaires are made, because that's where it's the signal to buy and go to the beach, okay? And that's the big signal. I mean, look down here for Bitcoin in October 2000 and November 2015, okay? Look at that signal there for Bitcoin to buy and go to the beach, okay? That particular signal right there for Bitcoin, if you'd have took on that trade there, and this is what you'll do in the bear markets, and I'll show you where the signals are. You could have bought there, gone to the beach and sold on the bearish cross, which was there 1064 days later, and you would have appreciated 227x there for Bitcoin approximately, okay? So if in doubt, zoom out. Always zoom out. You can see where Bitcoin's going. It's going to the moon, okay? But obviously it's going to pull back and it's going to retrace and it's going to come back to key levels of support. This is perfectly normal. So Bitcoin got the bullish cross last May, just after the Corona dump. Look at that capitulation event there, the Corona dump, okay? You think these are corrections? That's the correction, and we've lived through these, and people down there were buying. This is what I say, millionaires are made. Millionaires are made. Look at that correction there, okay? That capitulation event in 2018. I remember that event. I was lapping it up, okay? And so many other people were, because they stay around through bear markets. Like I say to you, millionaires are made in bear markets, okay? Millionaires are not made in bull markets, so to speak. They can be, okay, if you play your cards right and you're buying the right projects, okay, where you go in and out, you can become a millionaire in a bull market, but it's very difficult. It's easy to become a millionaire in a bear market, okay? So if you want to stick around in crypto and you want to make millions, then make sure you stick around for the bear market, because that's where you get the golden opportunities, okay? Across the board. I'm not going to lie to you. So you can see that Bitcoin's just in these beautiful waves up. Look, wave up, wave down, wave up, and you've got so much more room to grow. But right now you can see that Bitcoin was getting a little bit overextended there, and it started to roll. You can see these 3 peaks there. It started to roll, okay, and that's perfectly healthy, because that's what it needs. It needs to roll over. It needs to reaccumulate and retest some of these levels, okay, because if it doesn't, it's going to start to look like this, where it gets overextended and it's going parabolic and it's going up. You can see it started to go parabolic just there, and what did it do? It corrected. But here, this looks so much healthier. This growth that we've had here for Bitcoin, okay, on the weekly time frame, looks so much healthier just there than that, okay. And in that was starting to get a bit parabolic, rolled over, corrected, okay, retest some of those levels, and just here it's slowing down. But it's beautiful. It's so good to see, because it means that after this level of consolidation, where we go sideways, the next leg up is going to be beautiful, okay. So that's Bitcoin, and basically it is the entire crypto space, because that's why we do look at Bitcoin and target Bitcoin, because whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market follows, okay. Right now you can see it's had this little rollover, this little sideways action, hence why you've seen the alt season. And I don't think the alt season's over yet. One thing you do need to not see, okay, on the weekly time frame, and one thing we do need to prevent, is this bearish cross on the MACD here. Okay, if we start to see that bearish cross, you could potentially see Bitcoin roll over and come back down to the lower levels on these EMAs. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the bull run's over, because as you can see, and I've outlined in so many videos, when Bitcoin goes up, starts to roll over, look what it does. It touches the yellow line. You see this? Touches the yellow line, which is the 20 EMA. It's an exponential moving average on the weekly time frame. Okay, look at that, rolls over, beautiful, rolls over, beautiful. Look at these entry points. And this is something I always say to people as well, and this is something I always tell my subscribers, okay, if you're not necessarily involved in Bitcoin or any particular project when it's going super parabolic like that, okay, don't get involved. Wait for the pullback, the confirmation of support, before you think about getting involved and taking on, you know, that appreciation there. Because look at these times that Bitcoin's pulled back. Look at the opportunities that arose. Look at these opportunities to get involved in this gigantic uptrend that Bitcoin found itself in. In the previous bull run there of 2015, because that's when the bull run started, okay, on that golden cross. I don't care what anybody else says, that's when you see bull runs start, okay? After years and years of research, that's your golden signal. Bullish cross on the weekly EMA, the 20 EMA and the 55. When that crosses, okay, the yellow line goes above the red line, that's your big signal to buy and go to the beach. Your sell signal is when you get the bearish cross on the EMAs there, that's your sell and go to the beach signal. Or, you know, you think it's going to carry on. Look at that. If you'd have just held now, if you'd have been a holder of Bitcoin, look at that appreciation. And that again is where Bitcoin's going to. It's just going to keep going up. And obviously it's going to pull back, correct, go through bear markets. But you can see where it's going to, okay? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see where Bitcoin is actually heading to. It's heading to the moon, okay? So always, if in doubt, always zoom out, okay? Crypto is a long game, but you'll get fantastic opportunities in bear markets, okay? So anyway, enough rambling on. You can see that Bitcoin has just sort of gone up, fell back to that EMA once, twice, and that's it. And since then, it's not actually come back to it. So it's almost begging for a retest of that EMA. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll come. It just means if it does come, it's perfectly healthy, okay? And if you do see it, wow, what an opportunity to get involved, because you can see where Bitcoin's going. Like I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see where Bitcoin's going. It's an appreciating asset. It's a scarce asset by design. It's amazing, okay? Amazing. Crypto's amazing. And there are some fantastic opportunities afoot. So when I say, if in doubt, zoom out, that's what I mean. Just zoom out, okay? People are panic selling. They're thinking that the bull run's over and everything's collapsing. You've not got no signal of that yet, okay? And again, you know, people were buying projects up here and they held and they've only just come back into fruition. People were buying Litecoin up here, you know, and Litecoin's literally just broke its previous all-time high from 3 years ago. So that's why it's good to hold, okay, and not necessarily sell on the way down. And some people sell the tops. You can get lucky and sell the tops if you want, and then reaccumulate in the bear market, but never sell lower than what you bought for. and that's human psychology, okay, because that's what the markets does to you. It's trying to shake you out. It shakes out the weak hands, and it's trying to accumulate more. The whales are trying to manipulate the market in order to make you sell and panic. Okay, so for example, XRP is one that peaked out up here at $3, okay, and it's gone through this multi-year bear market. We'll look at XRP as a primary example for XRP right now, okay. I'm targeting a bit of a recovery on XRP at the moment, but you can see since it went up, and we'll look at a different ticker for XRP. So this particular project XRP, you can see it topped out there and it started to fall into a bear market, okay, and you've got other people selling down here, because this is people selling just here. This is people capitulating and selling because they think it's going to zero, okay, because of some FUD. Okay, zoom out, look where it's going, look where it's going. It was always going back up, always, because that's what bull and bear markets are, okay, and crypto works in cycles, and you should know that by now, okay. It's proven track record that it does work in cycles. So look at the weak hands selling. If you held, you're on your way back to the previous all-time high and some, okay, of this bull market, because this bull market is far from over. And that's basically a little update, to be honest with you, just a little bit of market sentiment update. If in doubt, zoom out. Always just sort of take a rain check. And like I said to you, there's no sign of the bear market yet. The only sign of a bear market is if you start to form these bearish crosses on the weekly time frame, like you did here. When you went up, you got exponentially overextended. You start to roll over. You're not exponentially overextended here. You was a little bit there, and you would have thought that the rollover would come then, but no. You just roll over and you're taking a rain check. You're consolidating basically to get some of these levels retest, get this RSI down into the mid-level here, get the MACD looking nicer, and you're just sort of refueling the rocket ships to march on again. Just like here, you could say that this is the sort of event that Bitcoin's potentially going to go through, where it goes up, gets a bit extended, rolls to the side, gets a retest before, look at that, marching on. And that's potentially what you're looking for Bitcoin, because that could send you up into the hundreds of thousands, okay, for Bitcoin. So yeah, it's just a level of reassurance that the bull run is far from over. We've got no signals whatsoever to indicate that the bull run is over. The bull run's just getting going, okay. Look at that, beautiful. Look at all that room we've got to grow still. So we've only effectively been in a bull run for 343 days, where this last bull run was 735 days. So effectively, you know, you're halfway through the bull run. You're sort of here right now, where you rolled over, you're having a touch of these EMAs, and look at that. Look at the second part of that particular bull run. Look how powerful it was, you know. So you start doing something again for Bitcoin, you're up here. You're up here at $500,000 Bitcoin. That's why, if in doubt, always zoom out. You've got no signals yet to say we're in a bear market. The signal is obviously the blow off top when you go this parabolic upward trajectory for Bitcoin, okay, which is coming, by the way, which is one major signal in itself. And then the other signal is obviously the bearish cross just here on the weekly time frame. It's when you start falling, okay, when you start falling and you're falling through the EMA as a back test of support and you're not holding it, that's a major signal that the bear market is here, okay, because you can see here in the bull market, you're going up, and when you fall on it, it acts as support, goes up, acts as support, goes up, acts as support. When you start falling through it and you're losing it as support, that's a signal in itself before the bearish cross that, okay, well, yeah, the bear market looks like it's on the cards, and that's the time to sort of evaluate and sort of do what you want with your position, sort of thing, you know. So at the minute, I want to reassure you, we're in a full-on bull mode for Bitcoin, and that's why I'm super bullish for Bitcoin to just sort of, if it does come down and gets a little kiss off this 20 EMA, load up and go to the beach. Okay, take care, everyone. That's just a little market update and a little zoomed out sort of projective view on the entire market space at the moment. All right, take care. Bye-bye.